everyone to our very first disability panel event. This event is open to employers to come through and have questions to be able to put forward to the panelists that are experts in the disability field, and to be able to allow them to give them answers to guide them with informal information that they can use within the workplace.
Today is about our panelist event, which has been hosted by our new assessment centre.
What would be your advice in situations like that?
Some companies will encourage and will assist the individual, but legally their responsibility is only when you've disclosed that you have a disability can they then make accommodation for it.
Characteristics are characteristics, as far as I'm concerned.
I think to integrate people with disabilities into the workplace, the first thing that employers need to do is to understand firstly the business imperative of including and mainstreaming them into the workplace. There's a lot of things that can be done, for example, assessing your business, identifying the gaps that are applicable, and then putting appropriate strategies and policies and frameworks into place, and that will then really form the base from which future interventions are put in place.
With regards to today, I think it just highlights that we tend to focus a lot on physical disabilities and overlook the impact of mental health and unseen disabilities, as we refer to them, as well as stress and how that impacts on disability in the workplace.
Events like this raise awareness, and I think this particular format that's being used is very good because it allows people to ask questions, whereas usually when you attend a conference or some sort of information session, you're usually given information and you don't have the time, or that you don't feel comfortable to actually ask the questions that you want to ask, that need to be asked. And this creates a sort of comfortable environment for people and a safe environment to ask the questions that they think, oh, I don't know what to do and I'm not sure about that, and that sounds like a silly question, but it creates, and once we get people asking the questions, other people learn from that and also ask more questions. So I think we need to get people talking about it, and I think that's one of the steps of developing the awareness, is getting people to start talking about people with disabilities.
Events like our conferences and like our panel events are really, really important for organisations to come in, because not to say that we're the experts, but it's an area and a field that we've been working in for a number of years. So we do have a lot of experience, hands-on experience, with supporting organisations to manage disability. We've seen so many different examples, and particularly with disability, it's never straightforward. So not to say we've been through every single circumstance or situation, but we have seen a lot. And for companies to come in here and start to talk about it, share information. We learn from each other's experiences as well. And so again, it's an opportunity where people can get a lot of information around it, which often isn't spoken about in our standard business conferences, our business strategy meetings, etc. Don't always consider those simple people-related management elements that include disability.
Difficult for us to do our job properly without assistive technology.
Some very uncomfortable questions have been addressed and answered, and it was just nice to see people talk so openly.
It was an awesome event. The delegates were, I think, well appreciated in the contribution that they made, asked awesome questions. Hopefully they got a lot of information. I hope that they will be able to take that information back into the workplace, and I have to very, very much appreciate it, and we're very thankful for the delegates and thank them for being here.